The TonTons have been around for over 10 years, but only recently have they built themselves into the dynamic powerhouse that we will see this season. Axel Godin is by far their best player, as he proved himself very capable as the first attacker on the Snake side while playing for Moscow Red Legion in his rookie season last year. But they also picked up former pro players Heyman Chapman and Steven Lasher, who have been tearing it up for T1 Top Gun Union. The TonTons are known for their aggressive coordinated attacks. 2013 will be a big test for the best team ever to come out of France.
Welcome back here, 2013 PSP Chicago Open, brought to you by PaintballAccess.com. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Todd Martinez and Chris Lasoya. We're here at the Challenge Park Extreme Paintball Park, just outside of Chicago, Illinois. We're about to watch Edmonton Impact take on the TonTons in our second to last game of the day. And the next up, Damage and Houston Heat in the highly anticipated and long-awaited game between those two powerhouse teams. But the question that's going to be answered right now is, okay, well, how good is Impact going to be at this event? They absolutely destroyed Upton 187 crew in their first game, 7-1, and looked amazing. And the TonTons, they lost to Damage 7-3. But the TonTons, 2 wins in Europe so far this year, and in the PSP, they fought against CEP. They were going to get relegated down to the Challengers division, but they were able to stave that off. They beat some good teams this year, but they've been working very, very hard to come here, play against the best teams in the world, and represent France as best as they possibly can. So big test here against Edmonton Impact.
You know, and they're doing the best they can. I mean, these guys are actually, I'm super impressed by the way they play. They're very aggressive. They play real good paintball. I think they need to tighten it up a little bit and stop getting penalties, and I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, lots of penalties today. We've definitely seen, I mean, it hasn't been completely penalty ridden, but it's been some kind of interesting penalties. It's a couple guys getting the same ones, 2 majors, back-to-back, that sort of thing. So we'll see how penalties play out in this matchup. Got ourselves 1 minute to go here before the start of the first point. TonTons in blue. They're going to be on the left-hand side of your screen, and Impact is going to be on the right-hand side. Before we get going, let's listen in to Carl Samuelson with Lauren Kelly on the sidelines.
Hey guys, down here in the TonTons pit with Carl Samuelson. Carl, you guys kind of had a rough loss just previously. What did you learn during that match that you need to bring in this match?
Well, we had a really tough match just on the Dorito side. So we need to play really tight on the Dorito side because we're coming strong on the Snake side.
Okay, well, we'll see if they can do that.
Well, Carl Samuelson, really good, great success story for him so far this year. He's one of the top-ranked players in the world and came up in the Joy Division camp. His brother, Saban Samuelson's getting the start. Saban had a real rough first game, but with a player of the caliber of Saban, who's such a veteran and really put a lot of time in, both in the States with Joy Division back in the day, he's a vet, man, and he will play well again. He just got to shake off those little bit of PSP jitters he has here in that first matchup. So here we go on the breakout. TonTons losing 2 on the Snake side right away as Ryan Moorhead also gets shot for Edmonton Impact. So a little bit of bodies dropping for both teams off the break.
Yeah, and Justin Rabikoff just took a bouncer square in the chest right there. Axel and Samuelson. Oh, Samuelson, Saban gets shot out of that can. He comes walking off. So just 2 bodies left alive now for the TonTons. And Impact, they got 2 bodies over there on the Dorito side. Justin Rabikoff, he's gun battling right now with Axel Godin. There you see Axel on your screen. Big move down the Snake right there. Colombo makes a move. He bunkers out Ryan Moorhead out of Snake 1, but that's going to leave Axel by himself. Colombo was the only body over here. And here comes Zane Yakimek. Axel Godin off to the races.
And Axel Godin was not picked up by Yakimek. He was able to get to that bunker clean, so.
Oh, and he does get Justin Rabikoff. So it's Axel and Zane Yakimek in a one-on-one. And Axel Godin right there makes the move, but it looks like they trade out. So all that chaos for nothing. Going to result in a no point. But Axel Godin clocked in right there, shot a couple bodies. Colombo shot 2 bodies. Colombo actually shot Zach Yakimek on the break.
Colombo is on fire, man. He's playing really, really well. And this Snake, like, he really actually surprised me.
Yeah, Franck and Colombo had good games in that first matchup. But, you know, we didn't see a lot out of Carl Samuelson. We didn't see a lot of Axel Godin. Axel now finally stepping up here, so that's really good for TonTon fans. We're going to be right back with a little bit more of this matchup. Don't go anywhere.
A&S Gear rocks the largest inventory of any paintball retailer. From our massive selection of guns to our endless supply of goggles, paint, loaders, tanks, and apparel. With your choice of free shipping on orders over $100 to next day, Saturday, or international shipping options, you get the products you need sooner. Shop now at ansgear.com.
And we are back here, beautiful day. Finally, after we got hit with a storm earlier on, sorry for that, but we can't control the weather. So we had a little bit of a break, technical difficulties. But now we're back here to go and ready to rock. Also, this game brought to you by CC Paintball. They have 2 locations for all your paintball needs in Corona and Norco, California. So if you're out by SE Village, you definitely want to stop by and check out CC Paintball. They have qualified techs, fully stocked stores, selling all the major brands. They also offer local team sponsorships. So definitely check out and support the companies that are supporting the league.
And the whole Dorito side goes again for the TonTons. I mean, Impact is just shooting bodies all over the place on the break. They lose Ryan Moorhead, but Vulu is going to be the next player to go off the Snake side of the field. But, I mean, Columbo's over here. He's in Snake too. He's trying to do damage control on the Dorito side, but Greg Sewers just attacking the Dorito side right now. He's got Yakmek with him. Or, I'm sorry, Joshua Met looks like over there with him. And those two are just running the table over there right now. And just shooting bodies left and right.
I got 5 on me.
Yeah, Chris's pick to win this event here, Edmonton Impact, looking real good in that point. And after that first no point, they are going to go up 1-0 as long as that hang is clean. And Axel Godin got shot out by Wilmette. So it's basically Sewers and Wilmette that did most of the damage for Edmonton Impact.
And Greg Sewers come out of your camp with Infamous. I mean, he was one of the premier Dorito players of, you know, he's a specimen too, like you say. He's a specimen. He's a personal trainer. He has 900 abs.
Well, he's just one of those.
You know, you have to do sit-ups to get abs, right, Chris? I don't know. Like, they don't just appear. You actually, like, have to work out, you know, sit-ups and stuff.
You're one to talk, Todd. Come on, man. You have 1 ab.
All right, hey, guys, settle down. We'll let you fight it out during the commercial break.
Anyway, go ahead, Maddie.
We'll be right back after this. We are back here, 43 seconds to go, and so far this field layout playing very aggressive. We've seen a lot of teams close games out, put 7 points on the board here in this race to 7. And now 1-0 in favor of Edmonton Impact here. 17:49 left on the clock. Ryan Moorhead doing a lot of work for Edmonton Impact, and he takes the field, as well as the Yakmek brothers, Zach and Zane, Justin Cornell and Justin Rabikoff taking the field for Impact. And the TonTons still spilling out. See who's going to be taking the field for them. But right now they got, looks like Loic Vlo, Frank Colombo Samuelson, and Axel Godin, and Saban Samuelson who's getting back out there. So we'll see. Again, Saban had a pretty tough first game. So let's see if he can get in here and really help out his squad.
Yeah, Justin Rabikoff gets shot on the break for Impact, as does Ryan Moorhead. But they are able to take out Axel Godin. Referee right now checking the snake corner. That's Frank. And Samuelson attacks the Doritos side, but gets chopped up. And, you know, TonTons right now really just have no idea how they're getting beat up so bad. Justin Cornell came up the center of the field. You know, he's the one that shot Axel Godin, I believe. Oh, no, he got shot by Justin Rabikoff, but Justin Cornell, I mean, just attacking that center of the field right away, you know, chopping that body, trying to fill out after Gaudin walked off the field, and Impact right now just doing all the right things on the break against the TonTons as they did against 187 earlier today.
Yeah, the thing is with the depth that Edmonton Impact has and their ability to really get really good game plans and execute those game plans, the teams that they have played are just, they don't really have an answer for them. Let's look at Justin Cornell's stats. Not having the year that we've seen Justin Cornell have in the past, but the thing with the Impact guys is, again, there's so many stars on that team that they have to share time. He's getting about 58% of the starts. Good survivability ranking for a front player that's in as much chaos as he gets into. And typically, I think that we could see a little bit more killing, a little bit more of a better kill percentage from Justin Cornell. At least we have in the past.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is that they're getting it done as a team. You know, when you look at a team that has tons of superstars, you know, not a whole lot of guys. You know, it's a lot harder to separate yourself, you know, and really go to work overall. You know, because you're going to have great games, your teammates are going to have great games. You know, it's really hard to just, you know, play your best, you know, every single game and really light up the stat board. But, you know, when you got so many good guys around you, everybody contributes and the team wins, and that's what's most important for Edmonton Impact.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, Justin's a star. Justin was one of those guys that his snake play over the years has just been a defining moment for Edmonton Impact. You know, I remember when, you know, Josh Davey, who's now no longer with the team, but when Edmonton Impact first came up, I remember watching Justin play and be like, who is this kid in the snake just decimating people for Impact? But now, again, like you said, there's so many guys on that team, and they're sharing efforts, and as long as the team wins, that's the most important thing.
Yeah,
and
you're right, man. He was so technical.
Yeah.
You know, just played the snake so wisely. And here comes Ryan Moorhead attacking. Tim Montresor gets shot on the break, lucky not to catch a minor penalty right there. As, is that Wimet or is that Sewers? Impact loses another body. It's Josh Wimet bumping up the Dorito side, but Ryan Moorhead comes on into the snake. And the TonTons are actually able to get a couple bodies out to the Dorito side alive, and now finally bumping up the Dorito side. But Colombo over here in Snake 1 for the TonTons, putting pressure across the field.
Yeah, now another move made by Ryan Moorhead into Snake 2. Colombo still in Snake 1 for the TonTons. You're looking at Colombo, their left-hand portion of your screen, and now dead center. And as we pan over, you can see Ryan Moorhead in the Snake for Edmonton Impact. And he's just got a little bit better field position, but boom, look at
great move by Colombo.
Colombo coming down, taking out Ryan Moorhead, seizing the advantage. It's a big point for the TonTons. They do not want that three-point spread, and Dave Baines gets taken out as well. Colombo dies, though. Cross field, it looks like Sewers got that. Yeah, it's Greg Sewers who dipped that shot in on him. So now Leweek is going to try to finish off this point for the TonTons. They still have Samuelson, the Samuelson brothers over on the Dreidel side.
And Greg Sewers trying to use that can to block himself out. 1-on-3 right now, and he is unable to do that as Vulu, I believe, over here, number 25 on the TonTons from the Snake side, able to get a shot on him as Greg Sewers had to try and play a little bit in the blind spot.
What a great move by Colombo.
Yeah,
dude,
so quick.
And honestly, he's playing out of his mind, to be honest with you. He's playing really, really good right now.
Yeah, he's got 5 confirmed kills, so really contributing for the TonTons. But that's the thing, that's the story with the TonTons, is their starters are awesome. And now that they have Saban can get in the mix too, and he really starting is to do that, then I think it's gonna be scary. Let's check out this replay. Colombo making that move.
He got there so fast. I mean, Moorhead couldn't even react. Couldn't hear anything from his coach. If he did get the call, couldn't even get his gun up.
All he hears is paint in his ear, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And I'm really Colombo is playing fantastic right now. He's really thinking a lot. He makes some good moves. 5 confirmed kills, but how many assists does he have?
Yeah, and also, and you're thinking about it this way too. Okay, so with the talent that the TonTons have, if you get, so you have Colombo, he'll come up and have a game, right? Frank's had some games. Luik's had games. then you have the Samuelson brothers. If Saban, we know Saban's a great player. Once he gets into it, Carl has had an outstanding year. And if they all start playing on the same page, that's when the TonTons are going to be scary. That's what I'm waiting to see out of those guys.
They're only going to get better as the tournament goes on.
Yeah, but you know they are rotating in and out a lot more this event than they had the 2 previous events. And you know, I thought they did look pretty solid the past couple events, even though you know, they didn't make it on and they actually
not getting the results they wanted.
Yeah, not getting the results that they wanted, but. You know, I mean, those guys can contribute, you know, and, you know, this league is definitely, you know, about depth most of the time.
So as a coach, if you have 5 solid players on a team like TonTons, what would you do as a coach? Because you say they're transitioning people out and in. What would you do?
Well, if you got 5 guys that are hot, you know, just like Houston Heat last year, they went with their 5 guys, you know, but you never know from game to game, tournament to tournament, you know, if all those guys are going to be able to step up like that. Another player runs off the field. A little bit of a confusion right now.
So the TonTons starting with 4, even though they don't need to. And then immediately.
Or three.
Yeah, well, pretty
or
much.
2.
Yeah,
or 2.
What? I mean.
Yeah, Body's walking off the field right now for the TonTons.
Mental mistake, man. The TonTons, they put themselves in a position, they put a good point on the board, they have guys making moves, and then they don't put 5 bodies out and immediately have 2 guys die right away, and it might as well they just spotted Edmonton Impact another point.
Well, they had 5 going towards the flag station, but one of them looked like he thought he was the 6th man, so turned around to walk off, but he was the 5th. And, you know, they started the point with 4, lost 1 on the break, another one shortly afterwards, and you know, it was curtains from there. Edmonton Impact now up 3-1. But it looks like we have an interview with the Impact coach down there with Lauren Kelly.
Hey guys, down here with Impact coach Bart Yakimek. You guys are leading the way 3-1 right now, but TonTons are coming out aggressive. What do you need to do to keep the lead?
We're trying to adjust to them what they're doing right now in the sense of they're staying in the middle in the dead ground. So we're turning our guns back inside. So we're chasing them out of there. And last game we just blew them off. So that's what you got to do. You got to adjust as the game's going on, and that's the big thing as we're going here.
All right, cool. We'll see if the adjustments work.
Well, 3-1 the score. A little under 15 minutes left to play here, and the TonTons, just when we're talking about, okay, they have all this talent, are they all going to get on the same page? Obviously, they're playing one of the favorites here in Edmonton Impact. They're the favorite at any event that they play because of the depth of their roster. But those little mental mistakes, man, you can't do that here in the Champions. You can't do that if you want to win paintball tournaments, even in D3. But still, it's pretty frustrating because I'm a fan of the TonTons now. They've made me a fan, because they've come out here and they've played such good paintball, again, even though not getting the results that they wanted. But
and they're good guys too.
Yeah, they're great guys, but they can't make those little mental mistakes.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day,
Todd's just shaking his head.
At the end of the day, I mean, that's a coaching mistake in my opinion, right?
Yeah,
it's a coaching mistake.
Well, I mean, like I said, they had 5 guys out there. I don't know why the one guy turned around and walked back like, oh, I don't need to be here. You know, but
and then maybe his gun was down, but still get out there and just get into it. You know, I mean, okay, whatever. If your gun's down, at least you have 5 bodies.
Oh, and it's gonna happen again.
No, they got 5.
Almost.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Todd.
Yeah, no, but he didn't look like he was off standing to the sidelines under 2 seconds. You know, didn't look like he was ready to start. Well, and then obviously he wasn't ready once the point started. He turned around straight into a paintball.
Well, Edmonton Impact starting to find their lanes off the break, as this is 2 points in a row where 2 TonTons immediately after the start of the point, they're walking off, and here comes Dave Baines, who's going to come and assassinate the last player left alive for the TonTons. And it looks like Carl Samuelson got a major penalty. I think what happened was, because I looked over when that was happening, and Carl Samuelson had it looked like a giant beacon of a hit on his chest, just like kind of just glowing and pulsating, almost looked like it was alive. And he was asking for a check on something that was just this massive hit. The only problem with that sometimes, though, is if you get those hits on your upper chest and with your goggles and you're trying to look down and see that, but still, man, it's your upper chest. If there's paints there, you got to walk off on something like that. So the score is now 3-1, 14:07 left to play here. Edmonton Impact taking on the TonTon Flingueurs, and we're going to be right back after this. And we're back taking a look over at the statistics tower where all the numbers are cataloged and categorized and then given to us to display to you guys. So yeah, go to paintballaccess.com, check out all the behind the scenes stories, interviews, videos on demand. All the games get chopped up, put on demand for your viewing pleasure. And also check out the stats, you know, I mean, it's really interesting when you start breaking these numbers down and seeing who's doing what. Kill count, survivability percentages, points played, penalty metrics, all that stuff is there for you guys to check out. So now the TonTons forced to play here with 4 bodies and they lose another one off the break. So Impact is just starting to dominate this game here off the break.
Yeah, Impact is just really controlling that Dorito side. And again, Sabon tries to make the bump out to the snake corner, or to the Dorito corner after losing his body and just gets chopped up. Doesn't even get 2 steps out of that can before he gets chopped up. He's got, I think it was Justin Rabikoff and Zane Yakimak over there, along with Justin Cornell, who attacked the middle on the break. And they're just eating the TonTons alive over there. It's like, you know,
they really are.
Not even a chance. Not even a chance. They shoot the guy on the break. Justin Cornell gets up to the X, locks off that side, and then, you know, one silly fill later. I mean, that's what happened to us earlier, you know, in the Vicious game when we played Infamous. You know, just too many times we either lose that guy or, you know, just make a bump right into guns and you lose that guy, and then next thing you know, the whole side's blown and Impact is running your team down 5-1.
All right, so the score now, 5-1, 13:27 on the clock, and Edmonton Impact started to put a beating on the TonTons. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back here. Starting to close out the day, first day of competition, 2013 PSP Chicago Open. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Todd Martinez and Chris Lasoya. The story of this game has really developed into Edmonton Impact is just decimating the TonTons off the break, and the TonTons making some mental mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, this is what Impact did to 187 a little bit earlier. And, you know, it was going to be interesting to see if that was going to happen to the TonTons. And, you know, it's been the same story for Edmonton Impact. They're just blowing people up off the break and then putting themselves in good position to chop down the fillers. And, you know, that is really what's opened up the game for them. So, you know, it looks like we got a timeout for the TonTons. So we'll take another quick break and we'll be right back.
Check this out, the Imperial program from GI Sports. Get 100% of your paint money back in cash. Sign up, win, paint's free. Take second, get half your paint cash back. Not good enough? How about more cash? Have your team rock our V-Force GI logo grills, get first place, then we'll throw you another $1,000 cash. Second place? No problem. We got $500 with your name on it. It's a total no-brainer. Sign up for the Imperial program at gisports.com.
All right, we are back here. You're looking at Edmonton Impact, who have very much started to dominate the competition here against the Taunton Flingueurs. 13:27 to go. 5-1 is the score. Greg Sewers, Tim Montresor, Jared Stillwell's getting a spin for Impact. Joshua Met and Dave Baines. Greg Sewers, 5 confirmed kills for him. So out of everyone out there right now for Impact, Greg Sewers has made the biggest contribution. On the Taunton side, you know, they're getting some the points have been closer towards the beginning, and, you know, Fabrice Colombo's had some good points. Loic, 3 kills. Axel Godin, still 2. Really not seeing a lot. You know, Axel's had a couple good points, but this is kind of 2 games we really haven't seen much contribution out of him.
Yeah, I like Colombo. I like Colombo, man. I'm a fan all of a sudden. Like, he's getting up there. He's aggressive.
Colombo's earning his stripes right now, for sure. Now, they're not winning, so that's going to be that's an unfortunate turn of events here for Taunton fans in Europe. But still, though, you know, it is baby steps. You know, that you come in here, you're playing against these top teams. But if they'd stop making these little mental mistakes and start to put runs together with the players all playing at their you know, the tough thing is we haven't actually brought this up this event. But it's really tough to build a winning team around players that play at a 10 1 point and a 2 the next point.
Yeah,
You know, give me guys that play at an 8 every single time. That's how you can build a championship program.
Absolutely. You know, you hit the nail on the head right there, Matty, for sure. And here's the breakout.
Yeah, and starting with 4 bodies, TonTons going to send 1 to the Dorito side and 3 to the Snake side, but they're going to lose Colombo on the break. And Stillwell is going to be in control of the Snake right away. He's in Snake 1, and he is just going to hammer across the field to that 1 body. There's Stillwell on your screen, you know, shooting at that can, the only body over there outside the field. Yeah, he should stay that way and try and control that guy. You got Dave Baines over here. He's the one that shot Colombo on the break, trying to go to that tower on the Snake side. But right now, Josh Ramette and Greg Sewers attacking that Dorito side. Once again, Tim Montresor up in the middle of the field, looking to attack. Here's Stillwell. Stillwell has Axel right in front of him in Snake 1. Axel, you know, he's got Frank with him. But, you know, Frank's looking solely towards the Dorito side right now. And out of the box comes Samuelson. He gets chopped up. You know, really tough to make it out of there when Impact is so far up the field. And, you know, 12:24 left to go. TonTons blow the whistle, and Edmonton Impact is going to take a 6-1 lead. So Impact is definitely going to be leading the league right at the end of today as far as point margin goes, because they've just been blasting people to bits.
Yeah, I mean, they were 7-1 against the 187 crew, and if they keep this up, they're going to be 7-1 here against the TonTons, which Chris is giving us a wink over here because Edmonton Impact is his pick to take this event. But the thing is it's one thing. I'm not taking anything away from 187 crew. They've beat some good teams. However, TonTons proving, because they did win 2 events in the Millennium, that they can play with anybody. They beat good teams over there, and some American teams that came over to try to compete. They beat Houston Heat in the final. So this is a much more respectable, not respectable, but this is a much more, it's just one of those messages. Everybody's watching, everybody sees all these games. They're out here scouting, and when you watch Edmonton Impact just to decimate people off the break, completely destroy 187 crew in their first matchup, and then now really dictate the pace, the tempo of the game, and especially off the break, they've really found these zones. If I'm any other team in the league right now, I'm looking at Impact like, well, out of everyone that's played today, they're playing the best.
But it's Friday still, though, Matty.
Yeah, it's still Friday. We got a whole day of competition starting at 8:15 Central Time tomorrow morning. You know,
really?
so you're right. Yeah, sorry, man.
Okay. Anyway, so TonTons at 187 crew tomorrow. I'm not a morning person for anybody who knows me. So 187 crew playing TonTons tomorrow, and also Houston Heat. So they don't have an easy day, but not a hard day. I mean.
And speaking of Heat, and we got a Heat damage game coming up after this matchup to close out the day. Can't wait to see that game in the anticipated matchup between the 2 brothers. Again, this game brought to you by CC Paintball. They got 2 stores out in Corona and Norco, California. Qualified text, fully stocked stores telling all the major brands. They also offer local team sponsorship packages. So hit them up. So here we go. Can the TonTons fight back with 12 minutes and 17 seconds remaining? Well, not if they're losing the week off the break here, and the Impact is just all over the field. 50-yard line, Dorito up in the center as well. And they also have made it into Snake 1. Here comes them attacking. Justin Cornell launches, and he is going to bunker out the last player to put the exclamation point and the coffin nail in here as the TonTons falling apart towards the middle part of this game. And it's looking really good for Edmonton Impact here, 11 minutes. Well, I mean, they didn't even get to the 10-minute mark, you know? Didn't even get to the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, only took them about 8 minutes to just blow these dudes to bits, as Chris is going to dip his feather in the ink.
And write the final score in.
Write the final score into the history books.
Yeah, so.
I'm not counting chickens, however.
Well, it's only Friday, man. It's only Friday.
They look pretty good, though.
No, they look awesome. Edmonton Impact definitely looks the best. But tomorrow, Impact has to play Heat and Damage.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that far ahead, actually. Let me retract my statement. Because Matty has these looks. When, you know, I'm trying to make a point, he's like, and you know what, usually Matty's always right.
That's not true.
Okay, that's not true.
Thank you, though, but that's not true.
That's not true. Matty's usually right, and I try to make my point, but the problem is I make my point prematurely, and at the end of the day, Sunday, I'm like, hey, I owe him dinner.
It's a good pick. Edmonton Impact is definitely one of the top teams in the world. But they haven't really got to the level that they want to get to yet. And I think that they know that. They're putting the work in here and really looking solid. Let's check out who we got up next, which is the game we've all been waiting for. Tampa Bay Damage is going to be taking on Houston Heat. And the Edwards brothers separated for the first time in their professional careers. So Jacob Edwards is going to be playing his brother Jason Edwards, and Damage has already got a win. And Houston Heat beat 187 Crew as well. So these two teams are 1-0, and that game is going to be coming up next. Do not go anywhere. We will see you guys in just a few minutes.
You